Hey everybody, this is Mountain Shadows Equine Revival. We are a horse rescue located in Laramie, Wyoming, and today we are going for a trail ride. So we live in Wyoming, which is just gorgeous country, and of course it's fall, so we can't wait to get out and see some of the trees. And here's our barn cat saying goodbye to us. And so we pack our hay for our horses because we leave fairly early in the morning and they don't always get a ton of time to eat first. So we make sure they can have some nibbles on the way and while we tack up. And for those of you who don't know, Phoenix was unfortunately returned to us. Her adopter had some life changes and couldn't take care of her anymore, but she loved her so much and they went on so many adventures this summer, from camping to swimming in lakes. And it was really cool to see the pictures that they had and kind of the bond that they formed. So with her being back, we wanted to bring her on this trail ride. She's been up in the mountains all summer, but we always like to make sure we know for us before we have them available for adoption again. Just we know if they had any bad habits or anything over the summer, if they got anything. So we loaded up Inca first, who was my personal girl, and Phoenix loaded up, and she's a really great loader. Good to tie, good to haul, and so we got to the trailhead, and the leaves were just gorgeous. They were all yellow, all the aspens were yellow. The temperature was perfect. And so here they are munching. We got them all groomed, cleaned their feet. We always want to make sure that there's no rocks or anything in their hooves before we tack them up. And then it was really sweet. Her adopter had taken her down to Colorado to get her professionally tack fitted. And so she bought a saddle just for Phoenix. And she was pretty upset when she had to give Phoenix back, and so she gave the saddle back with Phoenix. So we were actually waiting for a couple of our friends to show up and join us, and they were running late, and so we kind of just started the other direction than we were going to ride on the trail, just to get the horses moving, get them walking, get to enjoy the fall colors. And Phoenix was, of course, great. All the colors were so beautiful. And our friends were done tagging up, and so we hit the trail with them. And these guys are longtime volunteers of the horse rescue, but they brought their personal horses today. That black Arabian is actually T'Challa. So he is a past MSER horse. He was a 10-year-old stallion who had lived his whole life in a stall. And he wasn't really very handleable. He is an Arabian, and he's just gorgeous. And the lady wanted to use him for breeding, but she had a bit of a hoarding problem, and when she passed away, her daughter was trying to figure out what to do with over 30 horses and ponies that she had. Many of them were not trained, and so we took on 3 horses from them. We took on T'Challa, Valkyrie, and Rogue. Valkyrie and Rogue were 15 years old and unhandled mares. They were ponies, and then we had T'Challa, and we worked with T'Challa. Jana was his main trainer, and we were able to get him gelded, and she started him under saddle and fell in love with him, and she adopted him. So there he is, doing great. And the trail we were on is on the border of Wyoming and Colorado. We were on the Wyoming side, and so we got to ride through some little developments. We got to ride past bikers and dogs and RVs and all these things that are just great to expose the horses to and get them out, get them moving. It was such a beautiful day, and of course Aspen came too. She was such a trooper hanging out with the horses. And we mostly just walked. Some of these horses are in training, and so we always ride to the ability of the least trained horse to make sure everybody stays safe. But in all, it was just a really great experience for them, and we got to kind of reconnect with Phoenix and make sure that we still feel like she's in a good place to find a good home. And so she is available for adoption again if you're looking for an awesome trail buddy. And we actually had to cross the highway, which is always a good experience. It's always good experiences for them to do all these things that they might be worried about and let them know that it's okay. And of course the cars were going pretty fast. Jana got off T'Challa so that she could get the gates open and let us come through. And all the horses did just so good. It's also good for us to know when we have a horse available for adoption what makes it nervous, what makes it scared. And so we kind of try to see how they feel about different situations, like being on the side of a highway. So we know what to tell their future adopters, and we can accurately represent them to their new families, make sure we find them the best fit possible. Then we got back to the trailer and untacked them and brushed them down. Let them have a snack again. And then we always check their hooves after a trail ride just to make sure that no rocks got stuck in there and they're not going to get any bruises. And we offer them some water, see if they need a drink, and then whatever water they don't drink, if the horse is comfortable with it, we like to cool them off with it because they get sweaty and they're hot, and that way we can kind of cool them down before sitting in the trailer. The trailer is enclosed, so they don't get much wind chill or anything, and it helps them feel better, it helps their muscles recover. Phoenix is available for adoption. If you are interested in applying to adopt her, please check out our website at mountainshadowsequine.org.